Hi there guys, I'm in Tesla now and I thought I'll do a very quick review of the new Tesla Model 3. This is the first time I'm seeing this car in person and I must say the front nose profile has vastly changed. It may look like a simple change, but you can see that the whole front, the nose has changed a fair bit, and I'm really impressed by the way they've styled this. It's got a much sleeker, meaner look to it. The sharper lights are awesome. You'll see all that in person, but first looks, I am impressed that have changed so much. I had a very quick walk around before I came and do the filming. I must say the quality of the build has become amazing too. This is so cool. I am impressed. Alright, now let's get into the full review. The car does come in 5 gorgeous colors. The pearl white is the included color, but this brand new color, the ultra red, is absolutely gorgeous to look at, and so is this new stealth gray as well. All these complement the car's shape, and the other 2 colors are the metallic blue and the solid black. Rightio, at this time, the refreshed Tesla Model 3 comes in 2 configurations, a rear-wheel drive and an all-wheel drive. The rear-wheel drive has a range of 513 kilometers, 257 horsepower, and an ex-New South Wales price of 67,142, whereas the all-wheel drive has 629 kilometers, 394 horsepower thanks to the dual motors, and an ex-New South Wales price of 77,642 for the base version, which includes the pearl white paint. Whereas if you want to add paint options, it can go all the way up to an extra of $2,900 for the ultra red. And at this time, we do not have a performance Tesla Model 3, and that is a bummer. Now, like I said at the top of this video, I'm really digging this beautiful front refresh that the Tesla Model 3 sports. You can see that the nose cone is jutting down a little bit further and sharper, and also the slimmed down headlamps giving it a mean macho look at this time. Here are the matrix lamps, and the headlights are ever so slightly wrapping around to the side, really complementing this look. And on the side profile as well, which I'll show you in just a bit, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Now the fit and finish has improved by leaps and bounds. No longer you can see swirl marks of the paints, no panel gaps that I can see here. I know this is a display vehicle, but I saw customer vehicles from the people who are taking delivery of the car at the time of this review, and they were gorgeous too. On the right hand side, you can see the bigger brother or the older brother, the Model Y with the metallic blue paint. Once more, this great looking front absolutely is mean and hot at this time. This car has the white interiors, really complementing the stealth gray color. Okay, now let's go to the side profile of the car. At least the first third of the car looks quite different in the front too, even when you're on the side profile, thanks to the jutting down nose cone and the wraparound slimmed down lights. But rest of the side profile is about the same as the older car. The handlebars are the same, but fit and finish are really good as well. Rear has changed a fair bit. 2 major changes, I must say. One, the Tesla symbol is no longer there. It's replaced by the letters TESLA. And the lights are no longer split. The tail lamps are a single piece tail lamp which wraps around the center bar there, giving it a cool, sporty new look to it too. And you can see that the tail is a little bit more jutting too. I'll show you the same in the red multi-coat paint with black interiors to show you the difference. The TESLA is ever so slightly embossed, and it's not a sticker like some people thought it would be. Look at that, TESLA. It's still in chrome. Perhaps people might want to just black this out. Nevertheless, it is a great, cool look that Tesla has given as standard in our cars, changing the T symbol of the Tesla for this. Okay, here are the upgraded repeater cameras, which work with hardware 4. And I'm also showing you the beautiful red paint. It's absolutely gorgeous in this white light that is inside the delivery center. And this is a red paint with dark interiors. Previously, I showed you a stealth gray with white interiors. Now, what is the combo that you will go for? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to know. In my case, I chose the Model Y Performance, which is red paint as well, but with black or dark interiors. But I'll show you the interiors of this car, which is better than the interiors of the previous Tesla Model 3 and Model Y. One more closer look at this amazingly gorgeous matrix headlights, slimmed down, sleek, and mature looking. Now let's quickly open up the powered boot or the powered trunk. Super quiet. I couldn't show you really the space inside, but it's about the same as the older Tesla Model 3. And this is a sedan configuration and not a hatchback configuration. Just remember that. Now let's walk up to the front door. Although the front door looks very similar, the handlebar looks very similar. When you open it, a lot more is happening in the inside of the door. Extra lights and some extra stuff. We'll talk about the lights later, but let's first talk about something extra in the undersurface of the door. There's a bit of a tongue that's coming out. It seems to articulate with this small hole there. And we've seen this in European cars. They add to the sound dampening. Listen to this. Nice thud, isn't it? Nice thud. Now, this along with the double pane glass the car has. Now, it didn't really close very well here. Now, this along with the double pane glass seems to add to the sound dampening both inside as well as to this premium sounding thud that the car has. I'll show this to you one more time on the red car. Now, in this instance, the glass is not fully up. I'm trying to show you that lip sort of articulating with that small little hole there. Maybe the camera is not able to catch that, but the sound is amazing. Now, this is the 19-inch new Nova wheels. Beautiful indeed. Now, I really can't get over this particular mean-looking matrix light wrapping around the side. So one more time for you right here. This is with the lights turned on. Beautiful indeed, isn't it? Look at that. Of course, the refresh rate of the camera makes the light flicker, but it's super steady and super awesome. And now let's jump in and look at all that's changed in the inside of this refreshed Tesla Model 3. And there is more to it than meets the eye. The first thing that catches your eye is the steering wheel, which almost looks like a koala. There are two important things that are missing from behind the steering wheel. The two stalks are completely gone. And they are now replaced by these buttons of the steering wheel, and see that in just a bit. Now, the steering wheel itself feels reasonably sturdy. And the visibility is quite good too. That is the airbag with the horn incorporated, and those are the buttons. Let's now close one more time. Awesome thud, that one. And the car is super quiet because of the double glazed glass in the front and in the rear. And these are the buttons there, and they do have a feel and travel to them. That is the voice control that you can press there. Press the other button there on top and you will activate the rear as well as the two repeater cameras. And this button over here will increase and decrease the headlamp so you can see there. But there is a missed opportunity. There is a blank space. They could have put something there, maybe autopilot or something. They could have done that. And the indicator buttons are here because the stock does not activate the indicators anymore. There's no stock there. You can see the indicators are activated there. Press right side. Now the left side too. That's pretty cool there. Now it does turn off by itself after a few seconds, but if you want to cancel them, press the same button again, and that should cancel the indicators too. So press that again, that'll cancel the indicator. Let's do the other one and press that again, and that'll cancel the indicator too. Pretty cool indeed. And pressing the camera button will cancel the camera too, just like this. And I let this scene breathe a little bit so that you can get a view of what you see when you sit in the driver's seat. Okay, now let's look up. That is the hazard light on top. You can press that. That'll activate the hazard lights there. For the cabin lights there, pressing that, almost like an airplane style button, which will turn on and turn off the cabin lights there. Now let me change cars and jump into the red car with black interiors. The previous one had white interiors, as you just saw. I just want to point out the difference. There are like a dual or even triple shaded finish to the interiors, and I'll point that out in this, and this shows it much better. Let's first push up the glass and quieten the cabin. Now that is the unlock button, very similar spot as the previous version. It does feel a little bit more premium and slightly larger. And now you can see here, that is the 2 or even 3-tone finish. The one I'm pointing to you now is a suede finish or a cloth finish. Behind that is smooth plastic. And the lighter gray part that you see in front of the cloth material has a texture to it. It's not smooth. It's got a texture and it's lighter in color, giving it that 3-tone or 3-shade. It extends the entire length of the dash. And that lighter shade also is in the trap door. You can actually feel the texture there when I run my nail there. There are 2 trapdoors, one on top and the one at the bottom. So right now, in this new version, the cup holders are also closed. So you can actually close that and close the other one like so. And just like in the existing Model 3 and Model Y, there are wireless Qi chargers here. Drop your phone and it'll start charging. Guys, I must say the audio engineering inside the car is absolutely top notch. I'm just showing you one of the speakers here. In the dual motor long range version, there are 17 speakers, dual subwoofers and dual amplifiers. Whereas in the rear wheel drive, there are 9 speakers with a single amplifier, both of them really high quality indeed. And now we come to an important differentiator between the previous Model 3 and the new one, the LED light strip. I'm sure you've seen this in many a video out there. It's got an encircling silver band and the light strip on top of that. And when you go into the lights menu inside your settings, you can activate the lights. The bright light out there does not do justice to it, so I'll change the color in just a bit. Let's say we want to go to a pink color. And there you go, a pink color. That sort of shows in the bright light out there. Maybe a red because it's a red car. Look at that. This is gorgeous. This makes it really, really cool. Encircles the entire front cabin and it sort of bleeds onto the rear as well. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful. Ambient lighting makes the car look super cool. Okay, I'm very quickly going to go through the software and see if anything changed in the menus and submenus. If you don't want to watch this, you can always skip to the next part. This is the quick access. Nothing much has changed. It looks exactly the same as before. Yeah, you can push down the audio player into the drawer down there. The next one is with the steering wheel and pedals. Nothing much has changed. Charging is exactly the same. Autopilot, yes, the car has FSD package, but as you know, with the hardware 4, we don't get much. I have a separate video. I'll link that in the description of this video, as well as in the top right corner. You can check that out. Going to locks, nothing much has changed. You can use the key card, your phone, or you can buy a key fob from Tesla. Lights, the ambient lights are there. There's one other addition there in the new car, which is this, a blind spot indicator. So if you use the blind spot indicator turned on, and if you use the indicator from the stock there, the steering wheel there is a small light which is behind this. It's not clearly seen unless you're driving, not in the stationary position. There's a small light on both sides to show you if there's an obstacle there. Pretty cool indeed. Nothing much has changed here, but I just want to point this out. You can use this scroll wheel and hold it down to activate a submenu. When you turn that on, you press and hold. You can activate a submenu, and that is programmable too. You can change what you want. In this case, it has the autopilot mode set to it. The next menu, trips, exactly the same. Navigation is no different. Profile, no different. Safety is all good. The updates are all the same. So nothing much has changed. Very quickly, we look at what is there in this car. It has the audio system, which is basic, which is the 9-speaker system. Autopilot full self-driving computer is there. The heat pump is there. It has cellular. It has an IMEI number. the garage door opener or the home link has not been installed, you can always install it later on, and then the rest of it are as is. Now, these are something that I want to point out. These are breathing seats. Those are perforated seats, and you can actually activate them from here, from the menu. So here there is something different from our previous cars. When you go into that and click that seat button, there is heating and cool there. So you can now, the seats there, cool. That's really cool. You can actually change from heating to cool, and it changes the icon there too. This is really useful. It was sweltering hot today here in Sydney, and this is really good because the seats breathe, it push air all around you, it make you feel much more comfortable than in my previous cars. I really hope Tesla gives us a retrofit of that in my existing Tesla Model Y Performance. I really love this. Guys, if you thought that the interior upgrades stop with the front, well, you're mistaken. There is more in the rear as well. Very quickly, I'll show you the LED lights that I showed you from the front. It looks quite gorgeous. And when we enter inside, we'll quickly see the rear space. I am a large man, but even I can sit quite comfortably, even with the passenger seat all the way pushed to the back. And now for the first time, Tesla has two screens, and there is a rear screen too. You can use this to control a few things. One, the hatchback, you can turn on and turn off the rear hatchback controls there. And you can also push the seats to the front because they are motorized. You have access to them here. You can push and even pull back the passenger seats. Of course, you can't do it to the driver's seat because that will be a driving hazard. You can control the music. You also have access to the games as well as the TV arcade to watch anything that you want. Of course, you can have settings here. You can do some settings to change the brightness of the screen and so on and so forth. So for the first time ever, dual screens in a Tesla. This looks almost like a luxury update. Lots and lots of design elements from the Model S has been transferred to the new Model 3. Super good indeed.
So I'm really liking what I'm seeing. The upgrades are substantial, particularly if you're coming from a 2019 vehicle. The upgrades are really substantial. And if you're coming from a 2020 vehicle, this is a substantial upgrade. So I am really liking the upgrades on this new Tesla Model 3. I think the luxury finish and fit has improved by leaps and bounds. No longer can you chide Tesla for having a subpar interior, because this interior is amazing. The two-tone finish, the materials that they've used, the use of textures for accentuating a few things, the suede finish, everything is par with many of the luxury cars out there, particularly for the price point that this car comes in. And yay! And do I have to still keep it here?
No, it's underneath the. If you put your leg on the brake, it will tell you where to put it.
Oh, interesting. Rightio. New stuff. Okay, there's no stalks, so I need to push forward on this.
Yep.
To start driving. That is pretty cool. Let's get rolling. Doesn't want to do it. One more time. Right, so it will say that now it's press to drive, radio. So I didn't engage the gear shift properly. So that is that. Now this one does need a little getting used to. Let me quickly adjust my seat. There you go. Okay, so by memory, I'm trying to turn on the gear shift. Righty though. There you go. That's it. That is pretty cool. Oh, this is awesome. I'm really liking this. Okay, now I deliberately came this side because I wanted to come to a dead end, because I can take a reverse or a rear. So how does that work? So I had to press on the brake and shift to rear, and that activates that. it is not that bad. It is quite easy to get used to it. Now, once I hit this, and I have to do this to get back. Is there an easier way to do this? Does the car automatically recognize?
No, it's just that.
You have to do manually. But again, okay, one more time, just to show everybody this. Let's try and reverse here. Here, back. It is not that shabby. It's not that shabby. It is quite easy to get used to this. That is so cool. This is quite good. That is good. And then press. This is the first time I'm getting into this car, and I've already gotten used to it. It is not that bad. I did do a drive in a Model X in the US with a similar kind of system without the gear shifts and just the software buttons. But I got used to that super easy. That's my wife in the car there. Okay, right there. Okay, let's do this. Okay. It just does need a slight getting used to. There you go. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to come back here. That's it. The route is already pre-programmed. Okay, most important thing, the suspension is far superior to the previous cars. I am feeling a difference. I do have a performance Model Y as well, as you all know, and this suspension is definitely better than my previous Model 3, which is the 2020 Model 3. And my 2023 Model Y, this suspension is definitely better. And that does zip a fair bit. Very cool. And if I want to turn, there you go. Okay, that's fine, guys, that's fine. That does zip. So this is the long range Model 3 with a little bit of oomph. So this is dual motor, and that gives a fair bit of torque. It is super cool there. And like I said, this has almost become like second nature. Doing the gear shift selector as well as the indicator via the steering wheel has almost become second nature. Within a few minutes of driving this, I'm really digging this. And as you guys already know, we can always push that there if you want to, or keep it here. And of course, this car has got the FSD package on it, so it does do the traffic light recognition. And the whole works. But this new red is absolutely gorgeous. I really like this. And like I showed you previously, you can change the seats to heating. I can feel the cool air coming through the seats. The seats actually breathe, and the air is flowing all around me. Really improving the whole driving quality. The temperature outside is really warm today here in Sydney, but these cool seats are a blessing. I love this already. I wish Tesla would retrofit this in our older cars. In my Model Y particularly, I would love to have this breathing perforated seats. Really cool. Like I said, although this is the first time I'm driving this, I am really getting used to using the gear shift selector as well as the indicator from this one. That's really cool. And this button, like I showed you previously, you press on that and that'll bring up the cameras. You can just turn it off for the time being now. That's all good. I am liking this. And the new design for the steering wheel is pretty good. The steering wheel diameter could be a little bigger. That's my opinion. But you be the judge when you come and do a test drive. You can do a test drive in all of Tesla's showrooms. You come in, give your driver's license, and it has all the standard insurance and excesses that you have for any test drives, and you can test drive the car. And I think you should all come and test drive the car, because that will give you the real feel of it. If you are already a Tesla owner, maybe a 2019 Tesla owner, I think you may be tempted to just upgrade to this new car. I am absolutely loving this. This is a good vehicle, right? Very impressive upgrades overall. The car is much quieter than before. Right here, so I need to go into Reserve Street. Let's turn on the indicator. That's it. I know it is a little second nature for me to keep doing that over and over again, but sorry?
That's the wrong navigation.
Oh, wrong navigation, is it? Okay, if you want me to go this way.
That's
okay.
going to Heathcote Supercharger, which is 2 hours away.
Oh, okay, let's turn it off. Yeah, why not? Let's go here and get back to Tesla. How do I get there? So
118.
118
Birthright. 118.
Riordan Street.
You put 18. 118.
118, sorry. 118.
Yeah, space. Birthright.
Birthright, yeah.
That's perfect.
Now, how to get autopilot to turn on, right?
Autopilot's not available on the Model 3.
Right,
Yeah.
that's right, because no ultrasonics yet. That's right, no Model 3. Yeah, that's right. That is a little bit of a bummer. I just did a full-on video comparing FSD with EAP and the difference between the Model Y and Model 3 at this time. We're hoping that Tesla will heed to our request and bring the autopilot to these hardware 4 cars without ultrasonics. This does have hardware 4, isn't it? I'm pretty sure about that.
Yes.
Right, that's good. That's good. This is really sweet. I'm pretty happy with the overall feel of the car. And we did this just before. We could change the color of the lights. You can see the lights all changing there. I can go to green if I want to, or go to white. Why not white? Or keep it red. Or because this is a white car, we'll keep it as white then. Or this is a red car. Sorry, yeah, this is a red car, so we'll keep it at red. Sorry. My bad. I've been sitting on both the white, red, and the gray cars. So I'm getting a little confused with that. But overall, I am super impressed. This is so cool. This is so cool. I can't impress this on the video, but you can probably sort of sense it already. The car is much quieter than what it was, and that is really cool. 88%, 432 kilometers. Right here. To put it in the park?
Just tap to park at the top, yeah. That's it.
That's it.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
All good.
All right, final thoughts. This is a worthy upgrade from Tesla. A very good one at that. They've done away with all the problems that the previous Teslas had. The car is not noisy at all. It's beautifully finished. The colors are amazing. The paint job is great. Panel gaps? What panel gaps are you talking about? Tesla has really upped the game, and this is the car to beat, is what I think. Really awesome, Tesla. We are impressed with the way you have pulled this off. Impressive stuff. If I were to recommend this car, I would happily recommend this over many of the other cars out there, particularly for the price point as well, and the fit and finish is awesome. Most importantly, the overall experience of owning a Tesla is bar none, particularly with the supercharger network, the ease of use, and the Spartan finish, which may be something that you are into. Overall, great job, mates. I'll see you guys on an interesting video very soon. This is Nash from Tesla and the Gong signing off. Peace.